Welcome back to Sips and Rips, everyone. In honor of celebrating opening day, we have a massive, for Sips and Rips opening, we have mega boxes of 2026 Heritage, 2025 Stadium Club, thrown in some guaranteed autos with 2025 USA Baseball Stars and Stripes. Let's get into it. So, wanted to have a wide selection, wanted to get some guaranteed autos in this opening, in honor of opening day, big day, obviously in the baseball world. So we have a lot to open today. We're going to pair it with Pipeworks Brewing Barrel-Aged Typer Dog. It's a bourbon, imperial milk stout bourbon, barrel-aged with coffee, cocoa nibs, and vanilla beans. This has got excellent reviews online. On Beer Advocate, it is a 98 out of 100, which is basically, world-class type of stout. Pours, it's dark motor oil type of color. It's 13.5 ABVs, as the name implies, brewed with coffee, cocoa nibs, vanilla beans. Let's take a little sniff of it. Yeah, you can definitely get a little bit of that barrel on the nose here. Some dark chocolate, definitely the espresso, kind of the coffee sweetness. Taking a sip, pretty good. At the end, you definitely get that espresso coffee flavor, a little bit of the cocoa bitterness, some vanilla sweetness. Overall, that's extremely good beer. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a great pick for today. Let's end with the autos. Let's start with Stadium Club. So, 2025 Stadium Club, I haven't opened any of this personally. In the past, have opened up some, past years. I will say that probably my best hit ever came out of Stadium Club, a blaster box, believe it or not. I believe it was either 2021 or 2020. It was a numbered Derek Jeter autograph, numbered to 15, I believe. It sold on eBay for like $500. So for this mega box, we do get 9 base light blue parallels, 2 sepias, chance of an autograph. One thing that they did this year with Stadium Club is for the hobby, they reduced the amount of autographs that you get. Typically, it was 2 autographs per box. Now it's only 1. That was kind of a big thing for a lot of people. Obviously, going down in autographs. Some boxes still had 2, but you're guaranteed 1. It really turned a lot of people off, especially since expensive box like that, you're going to want 2 autographs. But Stadium Club, known for the photography. So CJ Abrams, kind of a nice, fresh, just very minimal design. I really enjoy Stadium Club designs like that. John Birdie with the sunlight in the back. Alex Rodriguez, Craig Biggio, and nice, our light blue of Marcelo Meyer. Definitely like that one. Hopefully he has a good year this year. Definitely kind of, I don't want to say he's not panned out like he should, but compared to his height, he was obviously a super high draft pick and not really kind of lived up to it. So Britton Doyle, Kumar Rocker rookie, and Adel Amador. So again, 2025 Stadium Club. Hopefully we can get Nick Kurtz. It would obviously be the top rookie, Drake Baldwin, James Wood, Dylan Cruz, even though he actually is not starting with them this year. There's Jackson Jobe, I like that one. I'm just going to keep that kind of off to the side. Christian Walker as our sepia. And Jay Stallander, Austin Riley, Ezekiel Tovar. He had pretty good World Baseball Classic. Then Concentration Nolan Ryan on the insert. So let me know, have you opened up much Stadium Club? I believe from what I've seen, mega boxes might be the way to go. Obviously, I've heard terrible things about the blaster box this year. However, again, you never know. You could always end up with a Derek Jeter autograph from a blaster box like I did. There's Mookie Betts. Caden Dana rookie card. Willie Adames. Braxton Ashcraft. He's a decent rookie for the Pirates. And Hunter Green on the Concentration. got a lot to open here, so let's just kind of speed things along. It's going to be a longer video than my normal videos, obviously, with so much to open. But opening day, you know, wanted to have a really good opening. So Chase Petty. Next blue is Brenton Doyle. One thing I don't love about Stadium Club is how they turn the cards around. The Heritage has a ton of packs in it as well. So these mega boxes, 50 bucks at, you know, Target, Walmart. The USA Baseball Stars and Stripes was about $100 or so. So, oh wow, I didn't expect that. Autograph Michael McGreevy rookie card. So actually, I was just, you know, mentioning the price, $50. Got an autograph of Michael McGreevy. It's going to be not numbered, but a rookie. He was a first round draft pick number 18. Not necessarily great as far as names, but it's always great to get an autograph, especially if you don't necessarily anticipate it. Let's take that down. Let's put Michael McGreevy up there. Oh, okay, there we go. So let's keep ripping here. So as I was saying, you know, these $50, Stars and Stripes about $100. Yeah, is it going to be worth $100? Obviously, probably not. That's a weird set in that there's autographs of like 13 and 14 under names, which seems kind of exploitive if you ask me, but it is what it is. But also there's names of, you know, Grady Emerson, Justin LeBron. I don't believe Brock Chalowski's in there, but both those names have a chance to be super high draft picks, Paul Konerko, in this year's draft. So that's one appeal to that product. Justin Ramirez and concentration of Felix Hernandez. Overall, not a bad rip. Again, wasn't expecting an autograph. Let's see, maybe we can get something from our Heritage box. Most likely, if we get anything, that is more likely to be a relic card. They do have autographs, but not as common. Aaron Judge. Always good to get an Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani. Omar Garciaparra. Chipper Jones. Blue of Mackenzie Gore. Alex Bregman, Nolan Ryan, and Mark Vientos. I always thought, you know, watching people on YouTube open this was a parallel, but this is just how it is. You know, you'd see the purple, and I thought, oh, you know, but that's just how the background is, just like that John Birdie. Tom Marte, Sandy Alcantara. Jacob Wilson, good rookie there. Cabrera, Marcus Semien, and Kobe Mayo. In case of emergency, break glass on the insert. Let's take a sip here. So as these, you know, bourbon barrel-aged stouts, as they warm up, you can get kind of different flavor notes. Sometimes people prefer them usually a little bit, I don't want to say on the warmer side, but not like ice cold or fridge cold or anything like that. That's, oh, there you go. Paul Skeens throwing the football around. Last sepia, Christian Yelich. Bobby Witt Jr. Naylor, Tariq Skubal, and Savage Sluggers, Christian Campbell rookie card. Down there. Hurricane Gore. Seiya Suzuki got hurt in the World Baseball Classic, and he's no longer going to start with the Cubs this year. He'll start in the injured reserve, unfortunately. Kumar Rocker in our blue. Joey Votto. Zach Neto. Oh, there we go. There's our Shohei Ohtani card. So good. We got an Ohtani base, Judge base, and Paul Skeens base. Oh, a couple cards that dropped. Salvador Perez, Ozzie Albies, and Savage Sluggers. Ken Griffey Jr. Definitely like that. Griffey, one of the best swings of all time. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this beer if you ever are in the Chicago. Pipeworks is a Chicago brewery, I believe, if you're ever in the Midwest. It's a little limited, so obviously it's not something that's going to be Shane Campbell, widely available. Mick Abel, he's going to have a good year, I think, for the Phillies. But if you happen to be in the area, at, you know, local Binnies or anything like that, then don't hesitate to grab it. It's definitely good strong. It's 13.5 ABV. But, in my opinion, worth it with how good it has been. Max Muncy on the rookie. Not Dodgers Max Muncy. This is Athletics Max Muncy. I could be wrong. I'd have to find a Dodgers Max Muncy, but they may be both born on August 25th. The parallels between the two are kind of uncanny. So still hoping for that Nick Kurtz card. Just it seems like a lot of my videos, he always seems to elude me here. Albert Pujols is probably super underrated, one of the best hitters of all time, along with Ichiro. Alrighty, and there's Dylan Cruz. In case of emergency, break glass. Unfortunately sent down, but you never know. He could pull it back up, fix his swing, and be serviceable again. Joe Mauer, Ronald Acuna, like that card. Blue of Zach Wheeler. We have 3 packs left, so that may be our last blue. Eleanor Junior Caminero. For some reason, he's still underrated, I feel, and for a lot of people, last year he hit 30-plus home runs, if I remember correctly. And he's super young. He's still probably like 22 years old or around there. So, there's our Marcelo Meyer. Matt Shaw, another good rookie. Zach Wheeler, Freddie Freeman, James Wood, there we go. So I think we may have had most of the really good rookies except for Yours for the Taking. That's the first time seeing this insert, I believe. Except for Nick Kurtz, you know. He always seems to evade me, so who knows? Maybe we'll pull him. Second to last pack, Frank Thomas, Vladimir Guerrero, Christian Walker, Francisco Lindor, Chandler Simpson, Spencer Schwellenbach, Stephen Kwan, and Yours for the Taking, Jacob Wilson. So kind of comparing these two, I do like how you can kind of notice they definitely color match the teams. Definitely kind of like that. Just very similar to Stars of the MLB, kind of color match their cards with the team. Last pack for our Stadium Club. Overall, Stadium Club did a lot better than I was kind of expecting. I knew that obviously you get so many cards, you're going to get a lot of good rookies, but was not expecting an autograph. Caleb Durbin and David Festa to round it out. So overall, not a bad pack, not a bad box. Probably one of the better boxes that I've opened up lately. Let's see here. Just kind of get them off to the side here so we can open. Let's keep that Michael McGreevy just one more time. So he does have actually a really good autograph compared to a lot of them. A lot of them just put, you know, initial or something kind of basic. But that autograph on the cooler throw, it's definitely a card I like. All right, let's open up our 2026 Heritage. So this is the first time I've opened up Heritage in a while. 2025 Heritage, I think I opened up a little bit, but interestingly enough, 2025 Heritage high number, which is, you know, a lot of the good rookies that came up during the year, such as Nick Kurtz, for example, they didn't make any retail, just hobby, and I haven't, you know, bought any hobby boxes of that. So haven't opened up Heritage in a little bit. So for here, we'll get some base red and exclusive silver sparkle parallels. That's one that I like. Heritage, the different various formats, mega box, blaster box, hanger pack, you know, which have you, will have different color. Probably silver sparkle is my favorite for sure. So there's also short prints in here that may or may not be turned around. I don't know. Historically, the short prints have been the last 100 cards of this set. However, they didn't do that this year. They're just random. So that makes it a lot harder to see. Get a lot of cards, 17 packs, 8 cards, 136 total cards. So let's get into it here. So Heritage, this year they're using the 1977 design. Definitely a really good design. I enjoy it. I think it's really clean, really good. As you can see, there's our first sparkle. Alec Burlinson, Cole Wilcox, Christian Walker, Fernando Tatis. Some profile. All right, so Keibert Ruiz for our sparkle. And Marcus Semien. Believe, I could be wrong. I think he's on the Mets now. You know, let me know if I'm wrong, but I think he's on the Mets. I'm going to keep them actually separate so I can go back and look, see if I do hit any short prints that I can't tell. I believe, I don't know if it's Beckett's website or Cardboard Connection has a list of the short prints. So a couple things to look for in relation to our Aaron Judge. So this is going to be a base card, AL All-Stars, Aaron Judge. A couple of things to watch out for. This could be like a sticker of a star in the corner here. That's a parallel. Aaron Judge could be his nickname, which is probably like All Rise or something like that. So one way to see if it's any of those parallels, if you go on the back here, right by the number here, it'll be printed if it's one of those parallels. So they can be hard to spot, but they'll let you know. Kind of a unnumbered chrome card of leading firemen. This must be the saves, Carlos Estevez and Robert Suarez. And Adolis Garcia. Kyle Freeland. Kyle Schwarber there. He had doing pretty decent. I know he just hit a bomb last night. Or today. Colton Cowser. Dylan Beavers. He's a decent rookie. Roki Sasaki. Second-year card. Jordan Walker. Mike Yastrzemski of the Royals. You know, it's really hard to see him in the Royals. I'm just so used to him being on the Giants. And Pete Crow Armstrong. PCA. So, actually, that's a good example. So, nickname, it's a PCA up top, I believe. 17 minutes in, probably about 45 way through the video. Chase Burns, good rookie there. Brett Beatty, Noah Cameron, Casey Schmidt. Oh, nice. Double nice. So the Enterprise, I like this insert, very kind of outspacey, and it definitely our best rookie, that we could get, Roman Anthony. So inserts are harder to come by in Heritage this year. I feel like they were a little bit easier in years past. But this Enterprise is definitely, I just like the design. It's kind of got that outer space type design. And then also NL Championship, Dodger Sweet Brewers in 4 games with Shohei Ohtani. This is just part of the base set, but it is, a Shohei Ohtani. Keep ripping. I'm taking my time. This is the first time opening. Want to kind of enjoy these. Emmett Sheehan, I believe he's opening the opening day rotation. Paul Reagans, Bryce Eldridge, nice. I can't believe, I didn't know he had a rookie. I don't think he spent a whole lot of time up with the club last year. But his power potential is just insanely high. Grant Taylor and Bryce Terang. Grant Taylor, he's also he's not a top rookie, but he's got outstanding stuff. If he's going to be a closer, he could be an all-star closer. They could try to work him into the rotation, stretch him out as a starter. This one felt kind of big because we have a unnumbered chrome card in there. Jonah Tong, one of the top rookies. Cass Chisholm. Nice. Aaron Judge, Trey Turner on the 2025 batting leaders. And Pete Alonso base card there. So have you opened up much Heritage? I believe, in my opinion, probably these mega boxes is the way to go. You get so many cards. This is kind of a set builders type of set. For the hobby boxes, per case, which I believe is 12 boxes worth, I've heard of only like 3 autographs. So hard to pull an autograph. You're typically going to get a relic. And for $120 to $140, It's just kind of tough, you know. I'd rather have 2 to 3 of these. Mega boxes, getting a whole bunch of cards, chance at the really good rookies. Get to take a break from that. So this is a base set. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these cards is a short print. I just don't know the short print list since they changed it up. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Short prints aren't super valuable, but they could go for $1 or $2, depending on if it's the right person or not. Meyer, Miguel Vargas, Luis Heel. So that's just kind of another one. When I'm looking through the back, I'm looking to see if it has any of those variables that I may have missed. Actually, let's take another sip here. Yeah, I really like this. This beer, it's relatively heavy, so you definitely have to be careful. It's a slow drinker. Only one a day. If you drink more than one, then you're probably going to have a problem. But overall, that's a really good beer. Being told he's going to be a good pitcher this year, I think. Spencer Horwitz. Oh, wow. So, Jim Rice on the Red Sox autograph. Was not expecting that at all. So another, features autograph, real one. So that's such a good card. This has turned out to be a great opening, you know. Was not expecting an autograph at all. Got a Jim Rice. He, unfortunately, don't have stats. He's a first round pick in 1971 of the Red Sox. I know he's really good, you know. I don't know, unfortunately. I can't say if he is a Hall of Famer or anything like that. I just know the name. And, you know, knowing the name of somebody who played in 1977 generally is a good sign of them being pretty good. So, especially if you're born in the 80s, 90s. So, it's a great card. I can't wait to kind of look him up afterwards. So, we are 2 for 2 on the autographs. You know, and the next one, we're guaranteed some autos. So that's why I included the next one is guaranteed autos in case we didn't get any. And lo and behold, we got 2. Chandler Simpson, second year card. Red Montez de Orca, CJ Kafis. Oh, and actually, kind of skipped over some cards because I got excited about that Jim Rice auto. But got a red Julio Rodriguez, so that's a nice one. The red cards, they're fine. Probably would be great parallels for, if you get a red Roman Anthony, that would be fantastic, right? For a lot of the other ones, they're fine. That's one thing that I think about when I open these cards is, the parallel, how's it going to look with that specific team. Trevor Larnach on our Sparkle. Jason Dominguez, I believe he was sent down. I don't think he's starting with the team, unfortunately. Which is kind of crazy with how hyped he was. Seth Lugo, Logan Webb, Juan Soto. Juan Soto. Trying to keep my stacks here. I got a stack for the rookies I like, kind of the stars I like, and parallels. How do you organize your cards when you open, Cal Raleigh, Kyle Schwarber. Do you organize them, by stars, by rookies? Let me know in the comments here. Do you just keep them all together and just kind of organize them maybe a couple times a year? And Thomas, David Bednar, Dalton Rushing, Cal Raleigh, Christian Campbell. There we go. Cam Schlittler. It's one of the top rookies. And then 2025 batting leaders. I believe it's still hoping to pull. I know I'm hoping to pull a base Roman Anthony, base Shohei Ohtani, Cam Smith, Gavin Lux on the Reds there, Luis Acuna. That's one thing to keep with these Heritage, just like the base flagship. You have the Rookie Cup, which I kind of like. There's Kodai Senga on the Sparkle, Sini Alcantara. 3 more packs. We haven't got huge names on our parallels. which is okay, you know, considering that we just got a Jim Rice rookie. Jim Rice autograph, I apologize. Young Ho Lee, Tarek Skubal. Nice. Paul Skeens, Kikuchi, and chrome refractor of Gabriel Moreno, unnumbered. Thomas GC. Unfortunately, you know, when he was a prospect, he was definitely probably considered one of the top 3 catching prospects when he was a prospect. Kind of fell off a little bit. I think a lot of that might be due to injuries. Hopefully he can come back, you know, and kind of fulfill the promise that he showed at that time. Yeah, it's a good beer. You know, I got a buddy in DC that would love this beer, but I don't know if Pipeworks distributes out there. Jacob Mizorowski, I've heard he might be the opening day starter. I'm not too sure. Gene Bieber. Last pack of Heritage. Hopefully we can pull that Roman Anthony. Jackson Merrill, Jose Caballero, Austin Martin, Davis Schneider. And our last parallel red, Cal Raleigh, Kyle Schwarber, and Kobe Mayo. So overall, that was a great opening as well. We got that Jim Rice autograph. Really, really unexpected. One thing if you're a first-time Heritage opener, blue ink is, you know, blue ink is what you'll hear people may refer this to. There's also red ink that's typically numbered, since this is 1977 design, probably out of 1977. That, to me, doesn't make it any less cool. The less exclusive blue ink. Let's kind of clear some space for our stars and stripes. Alrighty, so stars and stripes. So again, a lot of probably these names are going to be difficult to recognize. There's a chance for like a probably best card we can get would be a Kaboom, which is big in the football world, of Bobby Witt. But hopefully, you know, 1 pack, 7 cards, or 7 autographs or memorabilia. I know there's one kind of base. It'll be a numbered card from what I've seen online. Hopefully, you know, like I said, base case scenario, you know, Bobby Witt. But maybe we can get, you know, Grady Emerson or Justin LeBron. Our first card is kind of a base card of Cooper Consiglio, Collegiate National Team. Numbered 5 of 50. Looks like, at least when this card was printed, freshman at NC State. Don't know much about him. Second card, 16, 17 under, national team, Bo Peterson. So again, that's what I was, you know, kind of mentioning. A lot of these cards are going to be players you don't know of right now, but, you know, maybe in about 4 or 5 years, they could pop up in the draft. Next card is somebody that we've heard of, Slater DeBron. He, you know, correct me if I'm wrong down below, but may have been drafted by the Orioles, I believe. Orioles or Rays, unnumbered card, 18 under team, but you got the nice auto and the nice little patch there. Definitely like that one. See the Bo Patterson, not numbered as well. Second card, Ethan Bass, patch auto, 16, 17 under. It does give a little blurb about him below. See, he's hitting there. On the back, it does mention about his pitching prowess, so not too sure. Enclosed game-worn used material, so interesting about that. Next card, Yodelkis Quevedo. Patch auto, looks like a little dirty patch there too. Third to last card, Carson Fletcher. Nice, it's a huge patch there. 16, 17 under national team. That was once numbered 56 of 199. So that's one thing after I get done opening these, you know, that I'll enjoy is going back, looking through, searching these guys, seeing what they're all about. You know, I'm glad we got that Slater DeBron. because he's a name that I've heard of that's already been drafted. 2 more cards. Hopefully, you know, maybe we'll get another one that's been drafted. We'll see. Second to last, Isaac Vidal. Looks like a pitcher. And last card, Xavier Mitchell. Just goes by XM. There's a nice patch auto there. He looks like a pitcher as well, so I'll have to look him up. So overall, you know, for my opening day rip, honestly, not disappointed one bit. So we got some unexpected autos, especially a great Jim Rice. Got some young kids for me to look up, see if they're any good. And a whole stack of base and good rookie cards. So let me know what game you're watching opening day. I believe Wednesday is just a Netflix, maybe Yankees versus Giants or something like that. But Thursday, big opening day. Let me know what game you're watching. Let me know what cards you're opening. Going to pair it with any brewskis. Let me know. And until then, safe ripping.